February 29th, 2016 is Rare Disease Awareness Day. There are more than 6,800 rare diseases, altogether affecting between 25 and 30 million Americans. Nearly 1 in 10 Americans have rare diseases. Many, but not all, are genetic. Some are apparent at birth. Some don't appear until later in life. To be considered a rare disease, it has to affect less than 200,000 people. The saddest thing about rare diseases is that many still have no approved treatment, and most are not even being studied by medical experts at this time. Rare diseases affect so many more people than just those of us that are sick. They affect our moms, our brothers, our dads, our best friends, our aunts, our family friends, our grandparents, and even those that we don't talk to that often. It's time that we hear from all of them.
Hemiplegic migraines is the worst kind of migraine out there. Hemiplegic literally means half of your body goes under paralysis. Paralysis can be seen in many ways, such as loss of vision, numbness in half of your body, loss of speech, various different kinds, and they often look like a stroke. It is caused by a messed up neurotransmitter, to put it as simply as possible. So the electrical currents in your brain need to run in a certain direction all the time so that your whole body can work correctly. And when you have hemiplegic migraines, this isn't happening.
Hemiplegic migraine is a gene mutation. Not the genes you wear, like the genes are like blue-eyed genes.
How has hemiplegic migraines affected me? Well, directly, has it physically affected me? No, but it has affected my heart, because it breaks my heart to see someone that I love so much struggling with daily life, with daily routine, with having her high school activities and everything you're supposed to love about high school taken away from her. So how has it affected me? It's broken my heart.
HM has stolen my best friend. All of our plans have become subject of change depending on whatever HM feels like doing that day. All of our cute lunch dates at quaint places downtown have turned into hospital food in the infusion center. And all of our planned slumber parties have turned into unwanted ER trips.
Hemiplegic migraine has affected me as a parent. As a parent, I am forced to watch my daughter suffer daily with this disease that we struggle with on a daily basis. But overall, hemiplegic migraine has taught me about compassion. That saying to be kind to everyone, because everyone has their own battle that they're struggling with, has become reality for us in our life, and we appreciate the compassion that we see with hemiplegic migraine and that we receive, and I have learned to be more compassionate to those who have invisible diseases.
How has HM affected you? It hasn't really affected me, but it affects my sister, so like I stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning with her because she can't ever fall asleep now. But other than that, like, it's just kind of day-to-day stuff. Kind of have to keep an extra eye on her, but she was a handful before and after, so you know.
HM presents like a stroke. With this being said, that means that we've got lots of needles, lots of doctor's appointments, and lots of emergency room trips. It absolutely sucks.
HM looks like annoyance, frustration, inconvenience, and debilitation. I have seen firsthand what HM can do and how it can affect someone's life in an instant.
What does HM look like to me? When I first picture HM, I see the person that I know, the only person that I know that has ever been diagnosed with HM, and that's a very beautiful girl, just out of high school, lively, and that's what I see. I don't see how it truly looks when it is attacking someone's body. But to describe it to you and give you an idea, HM is a paralysis starting from maybe slight droop of the face and to paralysis of the arm, leg, not being able to walk, and even seizures. So to me, HM is this beautiful person. Unfortunately, sometimes those symptoms take over, and that's what HM truly is.
The message that I would like to send in regards to the rare disease of hemiplegic migraine is to the medical communities. Please take the time to think outside your box, go outside of your checklist to help your patients. It may take some research, it may take some aggressive treatments, it may take reaching out to other specialists. But when we suffer with rare disease, or those who suffer with rare disease, they need your help. They need your support. They need your compassion and your understanding. So my message to the medical community, please be willing to help.
Doctors, go out of your box, go outside the box, and do more than the norm. Go research and do stuff for your patients.
If I could get any message out to anyone, I think it would have to be to the naysayers. This is real. This is something that I don't even live with, but have seen multiple times. And it bothers me when I hear stories about my Hadley going into a hospital and being rejected because there's nothing they can do for her. Well, there's something going on, and it needs to be found what the problem is, where it's stemming from. And so to the medical community, my message is do your job. Find out what is going on. Just because it doesn't fit your textbook, you gotta keep looking.
There's not just one thing I can say about HM because it's a whole world of bad things. But I guess if I had to say anything, it'd just be like, if you're a supporter of somebody who has HM, like stay with them. It's a long, hard journey, and the amount of things that come up during it, like, who knows, man?
The hardest part about dealing with HM is watching your best friend suffer. We've grown so close over the last 19 years that when I see her in pain, it hurts me too. It sucks that I'm in college here, worrying about when my next test will be and when my next project is due, while she's at home worrying about who her next doctor will be and when her next ER visit is. Although our future and our adventures that we had planned may have changed due to HM, they will never end, because today, we win.
What is the most difficult part for me personally dealing with the rare disease of hemiplegic migraine? First, it started with the questions. So many questions, so many symptoms, so many issues that we fought the doctors and no answers, and doctors not willing to work with us, and the amount of frustration that we feel trying to help our daughter live a daily life. But second of all, the hardest, most difficult thing is to see your child suffer daily and struggle on a daily basis to be able to live the productive life that we would like for our children to do.
The hardest part in dealing with HM with me is having to help my sister when she is not conscious, when she is unconscious.
For me, the hardest part about dealing with HM is watching my best friend suffer through her bad days.
Hardest part of HM, or dealing with HM, I don't deal with it, my sister does, so like, I I guess it's definitely not as hard for me as it is for her, but definitely try to get her to cheer up when she's in a bad mood, because she's still a teenage girl and all that. She's moody. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, staying up, and then getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to football practice. That's kind of hard. But other than that, it's not too bad. She handles it pretty well. So.
Join us in making the voice of rare diseases heard.
Join us in making the voices of rare diseases heard.
Join us in making the voices of rare diseases heard.
Join us in making the voice of rare diseases heard.
Join us in making the voice of rare disease heard.
Join us in making the voice of rare diseases heard. Today,